This is a review for The 100, Season 5, Episode 2, entitled The Red Queen. So, quick plot synopsis. In the last episode, we got to find out how Clark was managing in the time gap between Season 4 and Season 5. And in this episode, we get to see what Octavia and everyone in the bunker was doing between Season 4 and Season 5. So we start out about a month and a half after everyone got sealed in the bunker, and people are just sort of chugging along in the bunker. Octavia, of course, is the new commander, so she's got to deal with everyone's shit. They have these council meetings, and one group is accusing the other group of stealing blankets for them. And, like I said, they're just trying to make ends meet. They start hearing these noises. They realize that someone is up on top of the bunker trying to get in. And, Abby thinks it's Clark, which of course it is. So they try to go open the door, but they realize it's blocked. So they have another meeting about this, and then they bring on this one chick who's doing the farming. She says, hey, we're not going to have enough food to go over 5 years. We're fucked. And this creates some tension. Later, this same chick decides that she's going to stage a coup and lock as many Sky people as she can into this one section of the bunker where they have all the food and they have all the farming plants. And, basically screw everyone else who's outside the door, which include a few Sky people, but mostly just a shitload of grounders. So Octavia's got to figure out how to get in there. She teams up with Jaha, who took a stab wound because some of the grounders were pissed off at the Sky people. He got stabbed trying to defend that one little kid. So Octavia and them and Jaha, they figured out they just have to cross a few wires in this power box and they can open the doors. But Jaha's like, look, we open these doors, the grounders are going to run in, they're going to kill everyone who's in there, and that includes some of our, our friends like Abby, Marcus, and Dr. Jackson. You got to make sure that they only kill the people who led the coup, that farm bitch and anyone else. So Octavia agrees to this, so she goes up to the door where there's a bunch of grounders trying to break in. She says, hey, knock this shit off. I can open the doors, but you gotta listen to me. They don't want to listen to her, so she has to start cutting her way through with a sword, dicing and slicing people up. She kills about a dozen of them. Pretty cool scene. And then she radios Jaha, and because everyone else is back down, he says, all right, let's do it. They get in there. They capture the place. They take the people who are guilty. Jaha dies. And then Octavia's got to figure out what to do with these traitors. She decides, you know what? I'm into Roman shit. Let's have them fight to the death, like, in the ancient Colosseum days. And that's how they're going to handle justice. Instead of floating people, they're going to have the guilty fight to the death. So a bunch of them start fighting to the death, and then they skip over 6 years where, Octavia, she's the queen of the one cry, or one crew, the one crew, queen of the bunker, and she's just watching people fight to the death. And we see that the next group of people comes in, a couple of grounders, and Kane, Marcus, he's in, and that's where the episode leaves off. Like I said, it was that's it. It was just a very simple plot. It sort of deals with we have way too many people. How do we issue some population control? And I like the idea that, they basically, all crimes are punishable by being, having to fight to the death. And maybe they just randomly pick people to fight to the death. Bread and circus, if you will. That's how things have been going in the bunker. It's all gone to shit. Also, we get the death of Jaha, a character I've never really liked. I've always considered him pretty pompous. And, he's just crazy. And he'll kill people for the better good. But it's sort of like, Jaha always reminded me of the character of Madison from Fear of the Walking Dead, where they have some problem, she makes some shit decision, people call her out on her shit, and then she gets an attitude, it's like, someone has to make the hard decisions. Yeah, but you're not any good at it. And that was always the case with Jaha. I didn't think any of his plans ever worked out. And he's the one who decided to start the Chip cult, which just fucked everyone over. So I'm kind of glad to see him go, even though his death was supposed to be sympathetic. I was really hoping he'd get his comeuppance. Instead, he sacrifices himself for the to save the little boy, and then he's dying there, saying, "No, don't save me. You can't waste the resources. I just want to be with my wife and Wells, and you're supposed to be sad." And I never liked the character, so I was happy to see him die. And that's my review for The 100, Season 5, Episode 2, The Red Queen.